Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look at a scenario in which Somalia forms an empire. As we know, Somalia sits on the Horn of Africa, has a nice coastline, but in real life, they're in a civil war, but for the sake of this video, they won't be. Their civil war has ended, and government forces came out on top, with them now moving into Ethiopia, who is somehow losing. Doesn't look like they're taking the full thing over this time. It looks like their advance isn't the most stable one. I'm slowly moving in. Ethiopia makes a counter-offensive, which means this can't be the final war against them. And so, yeah. Ethiopia is managing to hold them back, but the fighting will still continue as long as it can. And so they move down, over and circle this area and push this area back. And so they move back. The front line has moved back significantly, but it's really back and forth. Which eventually Somalia and Ethiopia come to a peace agreement. Somalia declares war on Djibouti and Eritrea at the same time. And their country is slowly becoming more stable as successes of the government is showing this as a good government. With Somalia basically trying to encircle Ethiopia. With this seeming impossible. Somalia Expansion League. It's between the Democratic Republic of Congo somehow joins, Rwanda and Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, South Sudan, Egypt, that Sudan decides not to. Yemen's being told they might be invaded now. With it being Sudan, they actually go for first, but that doesn't make a big difference. With this anti-expansion league sending resources to Sudan. With Somalia's people proud of the successes that's coming. And they quickly take the coast away. With high morale, and now they're headed towards the capital. With them taking it and going down where the Nile diverges and going up the Nile. Definitely. It falls, and Egypt demands some territories out of this. Which they accept, just so they can make an ally. No, let's make the borders look fancy. Yep, this is what they're doing. With them having taken Sudan out, they make Sudan into a puppet state. Yemen with the most people, which is actually, in fact, I believe, a big chunk of their population is in this area. A big population of it. And I believe the population does follow the coast too, which is interesting. But yeah, Somalia now starts their offensive trying to capture the population. But they take this island first, and then they cross from Djibouti. And they move up. They capture the city of Aden, and yeah. They then capture Sinai. This area collapses, and so yeah. Basically, yeah. The area has basically already fallen, so who even cares? Somalia is also in a bid to get as much coast as they can. Which they end up just puppeting what's left and taking a big chunk of land, guys. Even though I'm still on recording, yeah, we will see what they take on the recording just because it's quick. With them in a region they have no expectations to continue expanding in, but yeah. They can still do it, but they don't need to. If they want to expand, they can just annex the rest of Yemen, basically. And now they're ready to take the rest of Egypt, give their puppet South Sudan and such. Such on, such forth. So they declare war on Ethiopia, which, yeah, they have been bordering and arming this full alliance's border. And this is where they show their strength off. With Ethiopia, this time, unable to hold them back. Because they know Ethiopia has secret ways of fighting. And so, yeah. But So then they start expanding, which is also great for them. And now let's look at it. And their expansion is rapid. And I'm ready to connect all their area they could advance into together. Except this area, they have no concerns because it's spearhead towards the capital, which they take. And resistance in Ethiopia crumbles. Along with South Sudan, who's too unstable for war. The invasion into the north parts of the Congo down to this lake. They basically, after this, send a peace treaty, which, yeah, is accepted due to the fact that there's nothing these members can actually greatly. And has all of Ethiopia under its control, which is like half Somali, like half of its land. And so, yeah, they're pretty stable now. And their stability has greatly increased due to the fact they've been winning all these wars. Which is great for them. But not necessarily great for their neighbors, which is the problem. Bye, guys. Please subscribe. We're trying to get 1,200 subscribers before August 1st. October 1st. And you're seeing this video 10 days after I made it. Yeah, and it's on the 11th of September. Oh, yeah. Please enjoy the video. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out. Bye, guys.